Have you ever wondered how a diesel engine works without using spark plugs? That's right. Unlike gasoline engines, diesel engines don't need a spark to ignite fuel. Instead, they rely on a fascinating process called self-combustion. But what exactly is self-combustion and how does it power a diesel engine? Let's take a closer look. Just like gasoline engines, diesel engines have a few key components. These include the piston, cylinder block, crankshaft, valves, and the all-important injector. The piston moves up and down inside the cylinder, creating volume changes that drive the engine cycle. When the piston moves downward, it increases the space inside the cylinder. When it moves upward, it compresses that space, increasing pressure and temperature. Now let's see how the diesel engine actually starts. When you turn the key, the starter motor kicks in. It rotates the crankshaft, which pulls the piston downward. At the same time, the intake valve opens, letting in fresh air. Just air. No fuel yet. This stage is called the intake stroke. Then the piston moves upward, compressing the air tightly in the combustion chamber. This step is known as the compression stroke, and it's the heart of what makes diesel engines different. As the air is compressed, its temperature skyrockets, up to 500 degrees Celsius or more. That's much hotter than the ignition point of diesel fuel, which is around 300 degrees Celsius. And this is where the magic happens. At the top of the compression stroke, the injector sprays diesel fuel into the superheated air, and instantly, combustion begins without a spark. This is what we call self-combustion, fuel igniting due to intense heat and pressure alone. The explosion forces the piston back downward, creating powerful energy. This is called the power stroke, the phase that drives the engine's motion. The force pushes the crankshaft, turning it and generating rotational energy. This rotational motion is what eventually powers your wheels. Once the power stroke is complete, the piston moves up again, but this time the exhaust valve opens. The burnt gases from the explosion are pushed out of the cylinder. This is the exhaust stroke. And just like that, one full engine cycle is complete. But the engine doesn't stop there. Thanks to a heavy rotating component called the flywheel, the crankshaft keeps spinning. The flywheel stores energy from the power stroke and uses it to keep the motion going smoothly. It helps the crankshaft turn even after the starter motor disengages. So, the cycle, intake, compression, power, and exhaust, continues on its own. This cycle happens thousands of times per minute, giving the diesel engine its powerful and reliable performance. But timing is everything. The opening and closing of valves is controlled by a valve mechanism connected to the crankshaft. It ensures air flows in and out at precisely the right moments. And the fuel injection timing? That's controlled by the diesel fuel system. Most modern diesel engines use a high-tech system called common rail injection. This allows for precise control over fuel pressure, timing, and spray pattern. The result? More efficient combustion, better performance, and lower emissions. So even though there's no spark plug, the diesel engine is a finely tuned machine. Every component works together to make combustion possible through pressure, heat, and precision engineering. And that, in a nutshell, is how diesel engines use self-combustion to come alive. It's raw power, triggered by science, engineered to perfection.